How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the next episode, part 5 of my FIFA career mode, Road to Glory with Stevenage Football Club on FIFA 23. If you did miss the last episode, it was a belter. I lost and got knocked out of the cup in the very last minute. So please do go and check that out if you haven't done so already. But today we're on our next match of the league, which is against Orient away. In real life, this is a massive game, a massive fixture for Stevenage Football Club. We've won it in first place and won in second place, but in this career mode, obviously, it's our only our second game of the league. We're going to make some very minor changes to the team ahead of the game. We're going to rest a few players that have played every game so far and give a few other names an opportunity to make a name for themselves, I guess, in the starting 11 against Orient. We're not going to do too much. We're happy with how we've been playing, and without any further ado, let's get into the game.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. My name is Derek Ray, and ready with his tactics board to provide all the analysis is Stuart Robson. And League 2 action is what's on the menu coming up live. Stuart, how do you see this one going?
Thanks, Derek. Well, the visiting fans are in great voice, which isn't surprising after their performance on match day 1. They showed a lot of spirit, a lot of desire, and a fair bit of quality. They'll need to replicate that today, though.
So the initial 11 for the home side.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough for the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
And introducing the visitors lineup today.
Well, when they don't have possession, it will be a back 5. But when they win the ball back, the wing-backs will push further forward to make it a 3-5-2.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Okay, so the match build-up has taken place and we're on the way. We get kick-off. We're away from home, so you know I'm always in the viewpoint that a point away is always a good one. If we can draw all of our away games and win all of our home games, for example, we're going to be very close to the top, if not winning the league. So all we're aiming to do here essentially is keep a clean sheet. We're away with an incredible through ball. We're at the very start there, and Norris doesn't really do a very good job with it there. But yeah, essentially we're just looking to keep a clean sheet, keep them out of our goal as always, fight for a draw, and if we're fortunate enough, maybe get a list for on the break and get a late winner. But to be honest with you, the game starts very differently to how I expected, and we're completely on top. They're not putting much pressure on us, if any. And actually we've got a lot of build-up play in the first few minutes. Norris has already had 2 shots on target from the box, and we're in a very good place. We're actually on top in this game and making the first few moves. Elliot putting the pressure on their centre-back, which is forcing them to cut across goal and then lump it out, which is going to play into our hands here. And we're going to come straight back at them. So the pressure is really paying off. We get an opportunity to do a strong shot that doesn't quite pay off. And we sort of step forward to later in the game here. But again, we are the one pushing forward. We're the one creating chances. We're the one with the shot. And just like that, fully deserved, we're 1-0. We're right in front of our fans. We're going to jump into the crowd. The travelling fans today will be over the moon with that first sort of 20 minutes display from us. I don't think they've actually come into our half at all. We've been putting the pressure on. Our wing-backs have been doing exactly what they should be doing. And from that corner and set piece there, Norris leaves the ball, which is wonderful, and Roberts really does slot it home. So we're 1-0 up, fully deserved, really happy with how the game is going so far. Essentially now all that we need to do is keep a clean sheet. You don't need me to tell you that, but that is exactly what we need to do now, is stop them from scoring. I'd be happy with a 1-0 all day long. So let's just try not to make any silly mistakes. That ball there from Luther is not ideal, and it puts us under attack. This is the first attack we're facing in this game, and would you believe it, terrible mistake bringing the goalkeeper out. Can't quite defend it, and just as I say, I want a clean sheet and I don't want to make any mistakes. It is an absolute shambles at the back. Luther switches the ball to the left back. I think it's Saxon Early playing there, or Clark today. Clark doesn't quite do much with it because the ball was terrible. I stupidly bring the keeper out too early. He's lobbed, and just like that, they're back in the game. It's 1-1. That's literally the first time they've been in our half all game. And would you believe it, they've scored from that opportunity. So absolutely devastated with that, but we do push forward. We've got to keep the positives on, which is that we're playing incredibly well. And just like that, we are on the move again. We're back in their penalty area. We've got lots and lots of space. And just like that, Luther Wilding makes up for that terrible mistake at the other end. I think we can forgive him after that wonderful finish with his weak foot, which beats the keeper. Nearly beats the post, but instead of going wide, actually bounces back into the goal. So again, really happy with that. He does make amends for his terrible performance at the back for their goal, and we're back in the lead. So hopefully we can hold this out now till the half-time whistle, and then we can continue to push forward into the second half. I'm not going to make a huge amount of change during this game. I think I'll bring a few subs on if things stay like this in the 60th, maybe 70th minute. I'm not looking at this time to make any changes at half time. I'm really happy with the team so far. However, they do keep getting through some silly little gaps that we're opening up in the defence. But Ashby Hammond again makes a terrific save. With Ashby Hammond in mind, he is on loan. We do need to keep that in mind. Unfortunately, our youth goalkeeper is not going to quite be up to scratch. So we are going to have to find a replacement for him at some point. I'm keen to get a youth goalkeeper in, and perhaps once our scouts are back, or our youth scouts are back, I should say, from their current sort of search, we'll get them out on a goalkeeper and hopefully bring someone in to replace Ashby Hammond when he inevitably leaves us at the end of the season. But we're going to half-time, 2-1. Really happy with the performance so far. We jump straight in then to the second half. Actually, nothing has happened for the first 20 minutes. The ball has literally been won in the middle of the field. I push forward, they intercept or stop the break. They push forward, the same thing happens. So it's a very tentative, very touchy start to the half. However, we do get a little bit of a break into their sort of area this time, and we're just going to pass it around the outside now and look for that perfect move. I'll try and make a silly little move there to get past the defender, but it doesn't quite work. And just as I said really earlier in the video, the 70th minute is the perfect time to make some changes. I'm going to give Jake Taylor his long-awaited substitute onto the pitch to see if he can have an impact. I'm going to bring on the Super Bostwick, see if he can have an impact. And I do like bringing on the young Smith up front, see if he can make a change. I'm going to rest Luther Wilding. He's played every minute so far, and you can see he's getting a bit tired. He deserves a bit of a rest. And I'm also going to bring a Moo on. So after thinking about not making many changes, I quickly changed my mind in that. And I think I've made 5 changes in total. All at once, all in the 70th minute. It could be a complete disaster with the team not quite warmed up, not quite ready to be playing with one another. It's nearly half the team that's just gone off the pitch there. But hopefully it pays off, and the new players that have come on can make a bit of a name for themselves in this fixture. We're pushing into the sort of last 10 minutes here then, and it would be really nice to sort of get one more goal and finish things off. And just as I say that, we are through. That is a wonderful ball across the area, but Smith is just not quite, has not quite got his positioning right to get on the end of that and finish off the game. But that being said, there is still time. But that means there is still time for them to get one back as well. And just as I say that, they do push into our area. I nearly make a foul. I thought he was going to go down, that was going to be a penalty. The ball's gone high. Ashby Hammond thought about it and then went back. And fortunately, we've got the ball back under our control. So we're going to have a bit of a slow build up here. Again, using those win backs, Clark has made a real difference in this game, and actually his movement since he's come on from Luther has been fantastic, and he tops that off really with an excellent run into their box, takes on a few players, finds a Moo who slots it home. I think a Moo is the definition of super sub. Every time I bring him on, he bloody scores. It's fantastic. But that was all about Clark there. Clark has really come on for Luther and made a real difference and impact to this game. Really impressive run there. Straight into the box, draws the keeper out, makes some space for a Moo, finds a Moo, and then he slots it home. Hopefully that means that the game is done and dusted. But there is still 9 minutes left to go in this game. I'll be over the moon to see this out now at 3-1. 3 points away from home is always a fantastic outcome. Certainly against Leyton Orient, who are obviously top of the league in real life at the moment. So this is potentially a real big 3 points for Stevenage here on the road. I don't know if their actual quality and team and performance matches up to their real life team performance this year. But if it does, this is obviously a terrific result for us, because it's likely that they will be towards the top of the league come the end of the season. Make a few last minute subs. We come into the last sort of 4 minutes of the game. I'd like to think by this point we're going to see it out at 3-1. We've got a 2-goal difference. I'd be a bit frustrated to concede at this point. 1 goal too many already, in my opinion. You know me, I focus on the defence, but they do. It comes in at 3-2. That shot was simply unsavable. There was a bit of a mistake with our centre-backs there, giving him that sort of level of space in the area. As you can see here, when that ball comes back across, he's completely unmarked. And Ashby Hammond does his best, but you know, a shot like that is completely unsavable. It does look, however, like the game will end at this point, thankfully, because I think any further stoppage time and we could potentially be in trouble. So I'm just going to try and keep the ball for these last 2 minutes. I find Clark back out on this wing. He's making wonderful runs up and down as the wing back. We run it out of play and the final whistle goes. So we do concede 2 goals, which is a negative to take from the game. Something to think about maybe for the next fixture, whether we need to rethink about our tactics there or make maybe a change or 2 at the back. But lots of positives to take as well. We made a mistake for the first goal, and the second goal there was a little bit of a gap in defence. That was their 2 goals, but the 3 that we scored were fantastic. Roberts with the first one, Luther with a fantastic run on the second one, and then Clark finding a Moo for the third one. Super sub and Moo. He's maybe getting his name on the team sheet again for the next game. But lots of positives to take away. I believe that keeps us at the top of the table. That's 6 points from 2, which is exactly the way that we would like to start our season. We've only conceded 2 goals, I think, in the league, which is still not too bad. That averages 1 per game. We're going to, again, please the team with the press conference and keep morale up and people happy. But with that comes the conclusion to the next clip and the next video of this career mode. If you did like the video, please like the video and hit the subscribe button. I cannot believe how much difference that makes to someone creating videos, even if it's just a morale boost. And please do come back for the next part of the career mode, which will be uploaded in the next few days. Thanks again. I hope you enjoyed the video and I look forward to catching up soon. Thanks.
Thank you for your time.